Hey guys, it's Will here coming at you with the last video in the series of me painting up the starter models from the Apex board game core starter box. Finishing with Loba, which is a Kickstarter exclusive model if you backed at least the board game or higher. So about 90 bucks or yeah, about 90, 80 bucks wherever you're from. And yeah, if you haven't seen the last ones, please go and check them out. The Wraith and Bangalore were definitely my better ones. But the idea is, because I am impatient as crazy and do not want to wait till next spring, I am celebrating the release of this game made by some of the best board game creators of our current board game generation. The guys who brought you This War of Mine and Frostpunk. We're painting up some models that I, with the help of the community, have created and made. So we've primed this in the normal white primer that we just have, airbrush primer from Vallejo. And there's going to be a bunch of cuts here just because it's a lot of just repetitive trying to make it smooth. Though due to how the model was made, it wasn't very smooth enough, and she for some reason would just keep shrinking, even though I'd make her as large as the others. So she follows about that same 27, 28 millimeter to about 30 something, you know, between 28 to 32 millimeter in size. But anyways, here I'm just explaining the difference why I have two water pots. I have a good and a bad pot. The good pot's meant for, you know, just your normal layers and base paints. My brushes that I care about, I'm gonna rinse off basically, and then the bad water is my gray water basically. It's where texture paints go, soap and stuff that I used to wash it, or beat up brushes go in there and stuff. Things where basically washing just like dishes. So starting off here, we are doing the base just because this one's more open. There's very little to no grass, just a couple leaves. We're using Mornfang Brown. And we also mix in a bit of Ziltban Brown from Army Painter. Sorry for the exhalings or creaky noises you might hear. This microphone is very, very good at picking up stuff. You might also hear the fan. It is very hot out this week. I was not feeling good yesterday, so I couldn't start this to get it ready, but I should hopefully have this ready for when they normally come out. So continuing on to paint the, you guys can't see it on this one because we've zoomed in, but on this stream I had a picture of this skin. This is her like special ops suit with exoskeleton. So a lot of gray and black, so to distinct it I used a lot of different grays. So we were coming in here with our number 7, and we basically painted up all her anything that's cloth basically that should be grayish black. We did that gray there, and then we're coming in anything that's armor or plastics, polymers, the beret, all that is in black. And we're doing basically what I like to do on my corn models, where I paint the whole model black and I dry brush it silver. So we're coming in here with the Bugman's Glow for the skin. We kind of changed it up a bit because the details didn't like print in again because she shrunk a bit. There's supposed to be straps around her hips for the armor that are supposed to also be in black, but I decided to go with exposed skin on the hips. So we're doing that a little bit different. Besides that, the paint, due to the weather, was drying poorly on my brush bristles. I wasn't keeping it moist enough. Moist, that's a word. So it got kind of chunky on her left side of her face, which I'm not too happy about. Though with the 40 mils, they're going to be a lot easier to paint and all that stuff because they're going to be well made, highly detailed, and larger scale. So definitely put way more time into those, but these for now will be good as just placeholders. Here we are, we're coming in with the Necro Cloak to paint the other things that I want to be gray, so like grayish black, so her hair, the frame that loops around her, like clothing and stuff on the exoskeleton, bits of the guns and stuff, and the boots. Here we go, we're just touching up a bit with it, going around and stuff. Just making sure it's all there. And here we go. This is where we're at so far. All the grays, the skin, the base. The camera will be dying here soon enough. I'm still working on trying to figure out what's wrong with the battery and potentially saving up for a plug-in battery so I can keep the camera going all stream. I've basically found out the setup to make sure the lighting doesn't go above 1000 on the ISO so the camera can last a very long time while also still being able to paint well enough. So here we are, we're coming in with the white and our micro brush here. Our Japanese micro brush, I forgot what the brand's actually called, but it's very tiny. It's like 3 bristles. And we're basically coming in to paint the eyes, and we'll be painting her arm bands, which are cloth around the forearm where the exosuit meets it. And then also we're going to use it to touch up little parts here and there that the paints have kind of collided together, just to try to smooth it a bit. So here we go, this is the dry brushing part, which is going to be coming up after this soon. We're going to use that color for it, but we're just coming in and painting in the little buckles and stuff. So I don't think we see it, but we're if this is it or not, but we do use the holy trinity of paints colorings, except for we only use 2. We use contrast white. Actually, we don't use the contrast white. We use the non-oil dark tone and the Recklin Flesh light shade mix on the corresponding parts. And after that dries, this is where we're coming in with that chainmail. And we're being very careful. I don't have a smaller dry brush, but if you learn brush control, this will help with that. And that's where I break the cane, which on the official model, her cane's going to be thicker and held differently, so it won't snap. Unless you really try. But we're trying our best here to just touch the armor plates and other parts that might have a bit of shine to it. It actually works quite well. It gives that, as you can see, now the picture's up, how it has that sort of, I forget what it's called. Chaos players who play Warhammer will know what it's called, but that edging around the armor there, you'll pick all that up. And basically if there's any excess over because of how just metallic paint works, I come in with that small brush again with some black on it, grays, and I just touch it up. And here we have me just fixing the cane and just taking a breather. Yeah. So finally, here we are. We have the model done, and we're just going to be adding the slash brushing around the white glue so that we can do some texture-based painting stuff. This one was pretty easy. It's just apply it all over the base and then dip it into the container. Make sure it doesn't get on the leaves or her shoes. But yeah. I don't know why this one's taking so much longer. Oh, here we go. These videos haven't been getting a lot very seen anyways. I think once we actually get the board game done, it'll get views. Or once the board game starts getting announced that it's coming out soon. Either way, if you guys want to see how this game's played, there is a free version of it on Tabletop Simulator, where you can play the official game before it launches and also voice your opinion on how the game's going to be made. And you can actually affect how the game's going to be balanced, because it is going to be a competitive and a casual game. So made with the help of some of the best Warhammer players out there, or at least tournament goers. And here's the final model. Again, it's not my best, but it will do for what it needs to do. And then we're just gonna, as you can see here, this was the final model, so giving some time with that. We're gonna come in and do some painting here, so this gives us some time. Hopefully you all enjoyed this series so far. If not, I have another series from last year, my Pegasus Bridge project, where I made a whole wargaming table based around the landings during D-Day, the Market Garden campaign of the British Royal Air Service, or whatever they're called. I don't think they're the SAS, I think they're just the commandos or like paratroopers. But yeah, I'm excited for this to be completed. I'll have pictures of all the models together here when I'm done. As you can see, I'm painting the supply crates, so I'm going to be doing them in a bunch of different colors. The official ones will actually open and close too, so they're going to be pinned and things. But yeah, hopefully, excuse me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, seeing me paint some stuff. Again, if you want to see it, my Twitter, or that you can check my Twitter, check my Twitch. But mostly we'll be doing the terrain and basically arts and crafts next time. So we'll be doing that next Saturday. I think I'll be taking a pause this weekend just to enjoy the long weekend. So hope you guys have fun with that. At least my work has a long weekend this week. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy it and enjoy some of this B-roll. And we will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.